Shalom, shalom, mashpacha. I have been reading The Witness of the 12 Ancestors. Again, I've got it actually in a different book. It's over yonder on my couch. But this is from the Hallelujah YaHUaH scriptures. I highly recommend this book. Highly. But the story, not really the story, the Kai of YaSHaSHaKaR. Okay, there's the the Paleo. There's the Paleo right down underneath his sham. Is YaSHaSHaKaR. It is his Kai is amazingly beautiful. It's a short book on him. It's only a handful of chapters long, and these chapters are kind of short, but regardless of that, you really need to get a hold of this book. Hang on just a second. But I wanted to read you some out of it. My air's blowing. It's blowing the pages. Now, you really do need to read the whole book, and I might can get to that too for you. But listen, look, therefore, as you see, I am 120 shash years old. Am not conscious of committing any chata. Except my Asha, I have not known any woman. I never committed whoring by the uplifting of my eyes. I did not drink wine to be led astray by it. I did not covet any desirable matter that was my neighbor's. Deceit has not risen in my labab. A lie has not passed through my lips. If any man was in distress, I came together my size with his. I shared my bread with the poor. I worked zadik all my yumim. I shamar achma. I ahaba YaHUaH. Likewise, every man with all my labab. You do these matters, my banim. Every rook of the evil Akkad shall flee from you. No act of wicked man shall rule over you. You shall subdue every wild beast. You have the Elohim of the Shamayim Arats with you. Walk with man in compassion of Labab. Having spoke these words, he commanded his banim that they should carry him up to Chapran, bury him there in the cave with his abim. He stretched out his legs and died at a tube old time. With every limb sound, with strength not diminished, he slept the eternal sleep. You saw me kind of stumble in the bar when I got to tube old AGE. The reason I try not to speak AGE is it is a mighty Akkad. I'll show you that, seeing how it's brought up here. That way you'll understand why I don't want to speak that. That's why I would speak at a tube old time. Is what I know to speak right now. But past that, here is that mighty Akkad that I was telling you about right here. God of animals. So West African God, revered by hunters in the savannah regions. A lot of people will argue and they'll tell you, well, that's not pronounced the same. Look at the letters. You can take a sham and you can pronounce it whatever way you want to pronounce it, but the letters are the same. Okay? But anyway, English is full of all languages other than the Abrith language, or the Safa Shal Bara, the language of creation. That's the only pure language there is, y'all. Alright, all other languages are perverted. But there you go, I'm sure you can find this in another reference. But that's why I will not. And sometimes I slip up, but I try my best to keep my lashon clean of speaking other mighty Gakadim. That's the explanation for where I won't speak that. And that word, that debar right there, is on everything. Most every form you have to fill out throughout your whole kai, right? You see how sneaky they are? They're all snakes. They all slither. But there's the explanation. YaHUaH, RUMaMaH for the truth. YaHUaH, YaSHaRAL. YaHUaH. YaSHaSHaKaR was a very Zadik or Zadik man of YaHUaH. His story, or his kai, how he came about, it was very beautiful, actually. But I just think this part here is important, that, you know, it's something to go by. And Yehuda, his Ak, that was born before him, has quite the story in this book. He goes into great detail about not even touching wine, because of it has 4 Rakuth within it. But anyway, YaSHaSHaKaR, I did not drink wine to be led astray by it, you know. And if you go to read further into his kai, or hai, he tells you what not to do, and how a Zadik man will live. Well, we have been in the perversion of the Baal, the WORLD, you know, most of our kai. And then, of course, we were woken to YaHUaH, you know, and the wild thing is we were pretty much all woken around the same time. Like within the past 5 years, we've been on this Zod, this path, this journey of Amath, the truth. And it's beautiful, it's YaPah. And that's a confirmation of hearing other Mashbakah talk about when they came into the Hamath, you know, the complete Hamath. But we now need to start living the ways of the Zadik. We need to, you know, not partake of the flesh desires, you know, that fills the eyes and the flesh and mess like that, that leads to move to death. And it breaks and it destroys an extreme amount before you even get to that point of dying. We need to use, or not use, I don't like that debar. We need to completely work through, like, these banim of YaQuB have done, and truly read their kai, and use them to, as, or not use, but look to them as an example. Always look, of course, at Yahusha, our HaMashiach, first, foremost, for the example to live unto YaHUaH, our Abba. And then look at the examples that we have here of the banim of YaQuB. There was a time that they did they did evil, you know, against the brother Yosef. Not all the Ak Yosef, not all of the banim wanted to do that either, but they all became very sorrowful at the time that they did allow him to be sold, you know, away, and he was carried away to Matshaim. And of course YaHUaH placed him in a position there that he would govern and take over and take great care of, you know, the Lam of YaHUaH, the P-E-O-P-L-E, the Lam of YaHUaH. But anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of YaSHaSHaKaR with y'all, and what he told his banim, you know, what to do and what not to do before he passed in his sleep. I'm truly wanting to share more of this book with y'all. It's amazing. Yehuda has quite the story, and it's just an amazing story. Laui does too, and there's more too, but I love the book of Yehuda. Yehuda truly dealt with things that a lot of Lanu go through in this Kai. YaSHaSHaKaR, though, is the example that we should strive to be as, definitely in right ruling and upholding as much as Zadik and pureness in our Labab, our HEART. We should strive for that, and we should not let any of the ball enter into our thoughts, our minds, our eyes. You know, we got to be careful what we let our eyes partake of. Mashpaka. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Apalau YaHUaH Barakatah with a Yapah, a beautiful Yom. And that he brings you, and Gesham's down upon you, rains down upon you, much Nakam, comfort, Ahaba, Chesed, favor, kindness, you know, and Rafah, whatever you're needing for your body to be restored. RUMaMaH YaHUaH YaSHaRAL. RUMaMaH YaHUaH. YaHUaH. Halal YaHUaH. Shalom, shalom. YaHUaH. Mayin kumuk YaHUaH. Mayin kumuk YaHUaH. Mayin kumuk YaHUaH. Mayin kumuk YaHUaH. Gadol ata Kadosh.